So I'm really glad you stayed on to stretch with us, because stretching is going to help you recover from your workout really quickly, and it will help you have a pain-free rest of the day, and it will make you want to come back and work out some more. So let's begin. We're going to start by stretching out our calves, and this will also hit our hamstrings. So just make sure you have enough room as you're starting. And if your hamstrings are tight, you're going to want to bend your opposite knee, grabbing wherever is comfortable. So when we stretch, we don't want to shrug our shoulders up towards our ear and be tense and tight and using muscles. So everything should stay relaxed down here. And you just want to initially pull your toes towards your face to stretch the hamstring and the back of the leg. We're going to circle that ankle. Let's do it 4 times in one direction, and then 4 times in the other direction. Now, if you find you're starting to loosen up now, then perhaps you want to straighten this leg. Not necessary. So now we're going to stretch the hamstring. So grabbing just underneath, like actually grabbing the hamstring muscle, and inhale your breath and pull towards your chest as you inhale. As you exhale, let your leg flop down heavy and totally relax all the muscles. So we inhale, pull, exhale, let it flop. Again, this knee can be bent. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. You might find that each time you get a little closer with that leg, we're going to come across the body. So for this one, you will need to straighten that knee out. So guiding the leg across the body, let's do the same thing. So we're going to inhale, pull. Exhale, let it flop. Inhale, pull. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Terrific. And then, of course, we need to even it out and do the other side. So guiding the leg up, keeping relaxed. We're going to circle 4 times. Breathing in the nose, breathing out the nose. 4 times in the other direction. Good. And then if you're holding up here, you can slide your hands down. We're going to inhale. Guide towards the chest. Exhale, let it flop. Inhale. Exhale, relax that leg. Inhale. Exhale. And then straightening out that other leg, guiding the straight leg across the body. It's always good to start with a straight knee when you're stretching your hamstrings. So if you're very, very tight, you may find that you're way back here. In which case, if you can't get at least to the point where you can grab your leg and have a straight knee, you might want to hook a belt or strap around the ball of your foot. And that way you can relax your shoulders, have your leg way back here, and pull and do all of these stretching activities with the strap and everything nice and relaxed. Okay, so now in this plane, we're going to stretch. So pulled over to across the body, we're going to inhale and then exhale, let it drop. And if you feel a deeper stretch in this plane, stretching the hamstring, that's pretty normal. These are super tight muscles in that big group of hamstring muscles. Good. We're going to slowly come up and stretch out those chest and shoulders muscles next. So let's do the front of the shoulder first. So sliding your bum near your shoes until you feel a stretch in the front of the shoulder. So opening up that chest, so we don't want to cave the chest in as we stretch the shoulders. We want to push the chest open. I like to say smile with your chest and just feel that stretch. So I'm pushing the front of my shoulders across the room just till I feel a good stretch. You don't want to go to the point of pain. That's never necessary with stretching. Just till you feel a good stretch. Try to keep relaxed. Relax in your facial muscles and relax your body. Don't tighten when you feel the stretch. So now coming over into tabletop, we're going to stretch out the chest. For comfort, you might want to make sure that your elbow is on the mat rather than a hard surface. So bringing that hand just under the shoulder joint area, anywhere around here for support, we're going to take this arm, we're going to stretch the chest here and take the arm away from the body. And we want to bend the elbow. And then we're going to push the front of our shoulder into the floor. It helps as well if you look away. So if you look away from that chest muscle that you're stretching, pushing the front of the shoulder down. And if you want, you can come out of the stretch and come into the stretch. Sometimes moving dynamically through the stretch can really be helpful. So if you're moving dynamically, try it slowly 6 times. So about 3-second count down, 3-second count up. If you're holding, you want to hold for a minimum of 20 seconds. And then let's do the other side. So I'm going to shift so that my elbow's on the mat. And just gently pushing the front of the shoulder into the floor. If you're finding that the stretch is just too much, you can take your hand forward that you're stretching. You can take it back. Play around with the placement because it will depend where you're tight. Good. So then, now we're going to lay back down and we're going to stretch out the low back and the spine, as well as, again, the chest and the shoulders. If it's comfortable for you, you can stack up your knees and bring them over to the side. So you're aiming for a 90-degree bend here in those knees. If you're very tight in your hip, your outer hip and your low back, you won't be able to get the knees stacked together and over to the side. So in which case you might want to keep the outer leg straight and then put your foot on your other leg and bring your knee across the body. You can help to hold it there because it might want to spring back on you. And then we take, good. So just taking the opposite hand, turning it up towards the ceiling. And important that we allow the shoulders, the backs of our shoulders, to sink into the floor here. So it's going to want to peel away from the floor. So just use the other shoulder to push this shoulder that wants to float into the floor. And then allow your head to fall away. You don't have to turn it physically, but just allow it to droop away from that bent knee. Breathing into the low back, expanding through the low back. And then, of course, we do the other side. So again, you can have straight leg or stacked knees. I'll show stacked knees this time. So when the knees are stacked, this opposite shoulder really wants to come up off the floor. So it helps if you kind of pick your upper back up and try to get first the opposite shoulder, the back of the shoulder down, and then use this shoulder to push the other one into the floor. It may not make it there. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Palm faces the ceiling and we relax the shoulder down and back, allowing the head to fall away from the bent knees. Taking a big breath into that low back. Just relaxing all the muscles, even the face, even the jaw. Now, if your knees are stacked, you want to come out of this position gently and carefully. Don't just wrench your knees up at the same time. Bring one knee up, start to roll, and then the other one, protecting the back. Okay, let's finish with a good stretch for the shoulders. So we're going to do 3 stretches for the shoulders because we've got the front of the shoulder, the middle, and the back. So we want to do 3 stretches. And because we often have tightness in our shoulders, it's tempting when we feel that stretch to pick the shoulders up and kind of have a stress reaction to the stretching. So really notice your whole chest and shoulders. They're connected as we stretch the shoulders, and try to stay relaxed. So ears away from shoulders, shoulders away from ears. So first one, maybe just putting your palm face up like so. And we're going to reach around and grab the back corner at the top of your head. And then we're going to guide the chin down as far as it will come towards the chest. And once we get there, then we're going to use our hand holding the head to guide over towards the armpit. And this is where, when I feel the stretch, I want to pick my shoulders up. So I consciously relax them down. As things loosen, I pull down even more and pull over into the armpit. I always like to joke with my clients that I'm smelling my armpit. So just that's the technique, down and over. Again, 20 to 30 seconds in this position. And then releasing, and again, you're going to be tight and sore, so just very gently coming up. I like to do the same side all at once. So now we're going to do a stretch for the middle of the shoulder. We grab the middle of the head on the opposite side, and we relax, and we guide the ear toward the shoulder. Oh boy. And just breathing. Now, when you are stretching your shoulders and neck and chest, the deeper you breathe in your nose, the deeper you stretch through the area. I can see myself wanting to pick up this shoulder, so just relaxing as you pull. You might be able to deepen the stretch as you go. And slowly relaxing and coming up. Last one, of course, is for the front of the shoulder. So we grab the temple up here in the corner, and we're going to raise this corner of our chin, try to push it up. So we use leverage from the fingertips to pull down as we use the corner of the chin to pull up toward the ceiling. And if you look up, that also increases the stretch. Of course, breathing deeply into the nose and relaxing those shoulders. Wonderful thing about stretching is that it also prepares you for the rest of your day and your mindset And today it will prepare us for meditation. Grabbing the back of the head, we guide the chin down, and then we pull over into the armpit. Relaxing those shoulders. I can feel myself picking them up, responding to the stretch. It's a kind thing to do, to stretch out your body, to take that special time for you, to give something good to yourself. And slowly coming up, we'll do the middle of the shoulder, grabbing the middle of the head, guiding the ear down towards the shoulder. Perhaps you can drop this shoulder a little deeper as you go. And one more breath in. And slowly releasing. Grabbing the temple, lifting now this corner of the chin up. We relax the shoulders down and back. And maybe your eye gaze wants to follow up to the ceiling as well. Checking in with the shoulders, making sure you didn't pick them up. And deepening the stretch by breathing more deeply in the nose and out the nose.